The desire to break someone's ego often stems from a place of having been hurt by their arrogance, condescension, or need to feel superior. However, from a philosophical and psychological standpoint, the goal is not to break a person, but to disarm the toxic ego that harms them and those around them. A healthy ego is a sense of self-worth. A toxic ego is a fragile fortress built on a foundation of external validation, pride, and a deep-seated fear of being less than. To dismantle this fortress is not an act of cruelty, but an act of liberation. Here's how the dynamics of true strength can neutralize a fragile ego. 1. Become unimpressible. The dynamic. A toxic ego feeds on reaction. It boasts to impress, name drops to elevate itself, and flaunts status to feel validated. Your admiration is its fuel. The strategy. Become a stone wall. Meet their boasts with a calm, simple, "I see," or a silent, unimpressed gaze. Do not give them the wide-eyed admiration or envy they crave. When you refuse to be impressed, you remove the reward for their posturing. Your quiet composure reflects their noise back at them, making it sound hollow even to their own ears. The Stoic anchor. This is the practice of withholding judgment. You observe the performance, but you do not assent to its value. As Marcus Aurelius practiced, you see the boast for what it is, smoke and dust. 2. Master the art of graceful indifference. The dynamic. The ego seeks conflict and engagement. It wants to pull you into a battle because a battle is a recognition of its importance. Your anger, your hurt, your frustration, all of these are forms of engagement that feed it. The strategy. Become untouchable. When they try to provoke you, respond with polite, detached indifference. This is not the cold shoulder of anger, but the calm demeanor of someone who has more important things to occupy their mind. A simple "you may be right," followed by moving on, is far more powerful than any counter-argument. You communicate that they and their opinions do not have the power to disrupt your peace. The Stoic anchor. This is the core of the dichotomy of control. Their words and actions are not within your control. Your response is. By choosing indifference, you exercise absolute power over your own domain. 3. Let your success speak for itself. The dynamic. A bloated ego often talks a big game but delivers little. It is all potential and no action. It tries to win through narrative rather than results. The strategy. Do the opposite. Be silent about your plans and relentless in your execution. Let your results, your skills, and your quiet competence be your only statement. While they are talking about what they will do, you are demonstrating what you have done. This creates an unassailable form of respect that renders their empty words meaningless. The Stoic anchor. This embodies the Stoic principle. Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. Marcus Aurelius. Your character and accomplishments are your argument. 4. See through them with compassionate insight. The dynamic. At its core, a fragile ego is a defense mechanism for deep insecurity. The need to put others down often comes from a fear of being small. The strategy. Instead of meeting their arrogance with anger, look at them with the clarity of a diagnostician. See the scared, insecure person hiding behind the bravado. When you can look at them and genuinely feel not anger, but a kind of pity for the prison they have built for themselves, it changes your entire energy. This compassionate insight is disarming. It's a weapon their ego doesn't know how to fight because it isn't a weapon at all. The Stoic anchor. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, the best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury. To respond to insecurity with understanding is to break the cycle of ego. 5. Live with unshakable self-validation. The dynamic. The toxic ego of another can only hook into your own if you have a need for their approval, respect, or love. If you need something from them, they have power over you. The strategy. Do the inner work to build your self-worth on an internal foundation. Know your values, know your worth. Be the final judge of your own character. When you truly do not need their validation, their attempts to diminish you become like arrows shot at a fortress. They clatter harmlessly against the walls and fall to the ground. The Stoic anchor. This is the Stoic ideal of autarkeia, or self-sufficiency. Your worth is not determined by external opinion, but by your own virtue and integrity. Conclusion: the real victory. The goal is not to break a man in a way that leaves him shattered and resentful. The true powerful victory is to demonstrate a strength of character so profound that it makes his toxic ego irrelevant. You break the power of his ego by refusing to feed it, fight it, or fear it.